This is another AI tool that I think people might find interesting. It comes from Google, and one of the great things about using this is that it is part of the Google ecosystem, which makes it a little bit more attractive than some of the other AI tools. We always have to tread carefully when we're recommending AI tools, but I think certainly when it comes to the like of Microsoft, which uses Copilot, and Google, which uses Gemini and has a lot of products like Notebook LM, I think we're on relatively safe ground by recommending them. It's quite simple to log on just with a straightforward Gmail address. You then create new, which brings in a new notebook. The first thing it asks you to do is to upload sources. So you can upload anything from PDFs, you can upload texts, you can upload audio, you can upload from your Google Drive, you can upload links to websites, to YouTube, you can copy and paste text. So there's an unlimited type of material that you can upload to create the source material for your notebook. I'm just going to upload something that I already had prepared. So it takes a maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds, depending on the length of the document for the notebook to recognize what it is. And straight away, it gives me a very quick summary, maybe an 8-line summary of what this document is about. So it's read the entire document. Now you can upload anything up to 50 different documents. It's a really, really powerful notebook style tool. And for each document that you upload, it will very, very quickly read it and it will give you a summary. Now, just for this particular source that I've uploaded, I can save this to a note if I wish. So if I just click on Save to Note here on the right-hand side, it has saved that little summary. Now I'm just going to click over here for a second on Generate. I'll come back to why I'm doing that in a few minutes. But let's look at some of the other functionality within Google Notebook LM. I can add a note anytime I wish. Again, maybe something that I want to comment on myself in relation to the source document. I can create an audio overview of this, which we'll come back to in a minute. I can create a briefing document. If I go over here, I can create a study guide if I'm a student. So if I just click on study guide, it's generating a new note. As you can see, it takes a few seconds to do that. And once it has completed reading the document, it has now given me a comprehensive guide to it. So if I click on this, it expands out into what it has created, which is a quiz and a quiz answer key. It also gives me a few potential essay questions that I might wish to do if I was studying this material. And it has also created a glossary of key terms, again, all from that document that I uploaded. And that's quite a powerful tool, I think, for students to be able to use in lots of different ways. This little pinch up here, if I click on it, it'll bring me back down to where I was. So that's my first note. That's the periodic table. If I'm interested, let's say again, in terms of study material, I might want a frequently asked question guide. It's now creating a brand new note for me in relation to that. If I expand that, here's a series of questions. What is the periodic table? How are elements arranged? And so on. So that's three very quick notes that I've generated. One which is a summary, one which is a comprehensive study guide, one which is a briefing document, and frequently asked questions as well. We can create timelines. We can add new notes. I can start liaising with or conversing with the Google Notebook LM as well by typing questions here. If I were to say, what are the three most important points from this source? Question mark. Just see how long it takes to pull that out for me. So it says here the three most important things. It tells me what they are, but what is really interesting about how it goes about its business is that if I click here, it tells me exactly where in the source document it has found that information. So it's pulling out exactly where it's giving me that information from. I can close this at any point to go back to this part again. So here it says the periodic table is divided into categories, so on. But if I want to click on where that information is coming from, it is pulling it out for me. So it gives me a lot of reassurance that the information it's giving me is correct because it can source all the different parts of this document for me to look at. So again, if you think about the fact that I can upload 50 different source documents into one notebook. You can just imagine how quickly and how comprehensive you can generate information from all of these source documents. So the last thing I want to go through very, very quickly is, you might remember I clicked the generate button over here. What it's done, which I still can't get my head around, but it has created a podcast for me to listen to just on this little briefing document. Now, I could have given it a little bit more instructions about how I wanted that to be created, but I didn't. I just let it do its thing. So if I click on here, you get a very, very quick sense of what it's after doing. So within one AI tool, the Google Notebook LM, as you can see, I've got options to add source material that I want to interrogate and learn more about. I can create summaries. I can ask questions. I can come over here and create a whole series of other resources, and I can build a podcast on this source or all of the sources that I've added, if I wanted to extend out that notebook. So that hopefully gives you some idea of the key features for this really, really powerful tool, Google Notebook LM.